Hey folks,
Hey.
welcome back to the channel.
Hey Steve, how you doing?
I'm wonderful, LaShawn.
Awesome.
Nice. Hopefully y'all are doing great too. So today we want to do a comparison. There are things that if you're packing to move to Ecuador, things that you may want to bring, things that you may want to leave and purchase here, or things that you may want to ship. And we want to talk about some of the reasons you might make one of those choices.
Exactly. So one of the things we get asked about, can they bring a blender? This is a Ninja. If you have a Vitamix, I would suggest you bring your Vitamix. I have not seen a Vitamix here in Ecuador, but you can get a Ninja. Now the Ninjas here cost, I would say 30% more than what they cost in the US. So you can bring your Ninja and your Vitamix, or you can buy a Ninja here if you don't mind paying an up cost. Okay, so we talked about the Ninja and the KitchenAid before. So I want to just show you some of the prices here, what blenders cost and the brands. So this is a Techno Katana Professional. It's $119.
No.
Westinghouse digital blender, $69. This is another Westinghouse. Endurama is a brand here in Ecuador. So I was not able to find, I think they have an Oyster, or Oster, however you call it, but it was like $80 for a coffee pot, and I was not gonna pay for that. So I got an Endurama, and it works just fine. It's digital. You can set it to start in the morning, preset it, but Endurama is a brand that's in Ecuador.
And it's pretty good.
Okay, so if you like espresso, like we talked before about the coffee machine, but if you like espresso, one of the things you can get here is a Nescafe espresso machine. They're more expensive here. An actual espresso machine where you can froth the milk and everything will cost you about $200 to $300. This we bought from someone that was leaving and moving to a different part of Ecuador. So we got this about, I think it was $65 or $70. And of course, they sell these in the US. Now at Bed and Bath & Beyond, I know for one of these, it was about $50. We got this one, I think we paid maybe $15 for.
Maybe, yeah.
But you can get these if you like espresso. Now, the K-Cups, like for the Keurig, you do get the Nescafe little small coffee pods. We actually like these because when we were in Italy, our room had a espresso machine, and these little Nescafe pods came in handy.
Yeah, they were great.
So these are some of the things you are able to get here if you decide to move to Ecuador, and just know that some things are a little bit more expensive.
Right. And also, that particular espresso machine, there are many different types.
Yes.
Not just Nescafe. This
is
uses
gourmet.
the Nescafe cups, but it's a different brand.
Yeah, this is a gourmet kitchen, and it used Nescafe. Now, Steve did make a mistake, and he bought the Nescafe Dolce Gusto.
Right.
It is too big. It's almost like the one you would use in a Keurig.
Yeah, so it's for a different machine.
So you have some options if you want to order or purchase appliances here in Ecuador. I have a few tabs open. You can order from Frequento, Pica, Resiflex, Sukasa, or Calenio for furniture. I'm just going to show you a couple of options and what those prices are for those items. So let's start if you want to bring appliances with you versus purchasing the appliances here in Ecuador. So let's say you're looking for a refrigerator if you did not bring one with you. These are some of the brands that you will find on Frequento, and here are some of the costs. And they do offer Whirlpool, Electrolux, and a more fancier refrigerator, French door, costs about $2,500.
And you can also find like Samsung. I don't think they sell them at Frequento, but you can buy like Samsung appliances too.
We wouldn't recommend what, Steve?
Techno. Pretty much any appliance made by Techno, you're getting the.
What brand in the U.S. that you would?
I don't know what a comparable brand is in the U.S. to Techno.
I can't think of a brand that was in U.S.
I can't remember, but like just imagine like the Dollar Tree version of something, or like the Big Lots version of something, and that's Techno.
So we're gonna go over to Sukasa. Sukasa sells appliances as well. So let's look and see how much are the refrigerators. Here are some of the costs that you will find at Sukasa. Now, Sukasa is a more expensive store for these types of appliances. This is a KitchenAid refrigerator, $6,000. You will find GE, Electrolux again. Just be mindful it's probably best to wait after you get your place, if it's unfurnished, to measure the space.
So you may have an affinity for Bluetooth speakers, and these JBLs are very expensive here. We happened to buy this one while we were in Panama, but here in Ecuador, they're, I want to say 50 to 75% more for an actual JBL speaker. Now, they do sell all types of Bluetooth speakers here. You can get them pretty much anywhere, but if you like your JBL, you're gonna need to bring it.
Now let's go over to washing machines. You will find stackable washing machines here to save space. This is Electrolux. A lot of the washers have glass tops, as you can see here.
Now you can definitely pay more or less depending on the brand and the type of washer that you're interested in. If, like I said, if you want a Samsung, you're gonna pay Samsung prices here.
For people who want a dishwasher, I haven't seen many places that have dishwashers. Have you?
No.
Okay, but if you are interested in getting a dishwasher, they do have dishwashers here.
Depending on how your kitchen is set up, it may not have space for a dishwasher. And as we've said, like, it's really uncommon to see a dishwasher in a place already.
And also, it may not be set up for hot water.
Correct. Okay, monitors. What if you're a bit of a gamer, or you just like to use a computer with a monitor? You may want to bring yours with you. Monitors here in Ecuador are really expensive, and not even for like the really, big name brands. Even the lesser brands are kind of expensive. I happen to bring this one from the United States. Now, it can be a little cumbersome to put in a suitcase, but I was able to take it out of the box, kind of pack clothes and stuff around it, and I brought it with me. You want to keep that in mind. Monitors and TVs are categorized different when it comes to customs. So there's a certain size monitor you can bring and a certain size TV you can bring in your luggage. So you really want to keep that in mind. But like I said, monitor, you definitely may want to bring this from the United States if you want to have one.
If you're interested in getting a mattress, WrestleFlex is a mattress store. They sell bases, like if you don't want a full-size bed and you just want a base, they do sell base for the bed, and they have different types of mattresses and they vary.
So if you have a very particular type of mattress that you want to sleep on, but you're leaving the United States and you're not, shipping things in a container, you may be interested in buying a mattress here, because some of the mattresses that you're going to sleep on in a place that's already furnished may not work for your back if you have any issues, and you may want to go to a place like this to purchase a mattress and test it out. Because if you're coming here to, especially if you're going to relax and you're retired, you want to sleep on the most comfortable bed possible. So WrestleFlex is just one of the places that sells mattresses. You can buy mattresses almost anywhere in Ecuador at different places. Mom and pop shops, big chain stores. But this is just an example of some of the costs you might have to pay if you want to buy a mattress. We bought a mattress not long after we moved to Ecuador.
And so here are some of the mattresses and what they cost right now. I guess WrestleFlex is having a sale. So if you're looking for a memory box top, so here you will see twin, full, queen, king. And I'm pretty sure this made the king size bed will cost you $630. I have not seen, I'm not gonna say do not, I have not seen box springs, because they sell bases, like the platform beds.
Right. You rarely see a box spring. Even in the US, you kind of seeing fewer and fewer box springs.
Now you can find king size mattresses, like Steve said, at big box stores or mom and pops that may not cost as much as $630. You may be able to find it at half that cost.
Correct. But the quality may be half as well. Okay, here's one you might not think about. If you haven't spent a lot of time overseas, you may not know that video game prices vary from country to country. Here in Ecuador, they're about 20 or 30% more. So if you like physical copies of video games, you may want to consider buying the digital versions of those games because they are going to cost you more unless you really got to have a physical copy and you can pay the extra price. Like I said, you may want to go on like PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam to download the video games you want because they will be the same price that they are in the United States. If you go to a physical location here in Ecuador to buy a video game, a $70 game might cost you $90. Okay, so if you're coming to Ecuador and you want to bring a TV, like I mentioned before, there are certain size TVs that you can bring on with you into the country. I can't remember the exact size. It might be 32-inch max. But if you want to ship a television from the United States, I can tell you it's probably not going to be worth it. It's probably going to cost you more in the long run to ship a TV than to just buy one here. That being said, the TVs here are more expensive than what you would normally pay in the United States. However, it's not so much more that it's worth shipping it in a container. And you can see the sizes and the prices, and you probably have to compare them to the sizes and prices back in the States or the TV that you currently have. You know, if you got a really big TV and you can't part ways with it, then you're gonna have to ship it. And like I said, it's gonna be probably more expensive to go that route than to buy a similar TV here. This particular example is Frequenta, but there are places, you can buy TVs everywhere in this country. There are so many different stores that sell them. It's kind of crazy. And the prices vary depending on the brand, obviously. And there are some brands here that you may not see in the United States very often that you can get a pretty good deal. If you're the kind of person that will only buy Samsung, Sony, LG TV, you're gonna pay more, you're gonna pay a premium for those TVs here. As you can see, the Samsung Smart TV QLED, and I think that's 85 inches, is $3,120. I'm not sure how much that TV costs in the United States, but if you really need it, I'm saying it still might be better to buy it here than to ship it.
Here are the KitchenAid brand. As you can see, this is an artisan brand, is $613. Daewoo, Chefman. If you're looking for immersion blender, this one is $31. A food processor, KitchenAid. As you can see, this one is $258. And here's a KitchenAid. Oh wow, I may have to order that. That's 40% off. As you can see, like I was saying, KitchenAid brands are expensive. They're $526. I'm not sure if that's what it costs in the States, but this is a classic, which I know when I bought mine years ago, I paid probably this price. So I may have to order me one of these KitchenAids. It doesn't matter whether you're living on the coast, you're living in Cuenca, just different parts of Ecuador. The UV rays are very hot here, and sunscreen is very important. But we would like for you to understand or to know that sunscreen is very expensive here in Ecuador. So I just want to show you how much sunscreen costs here in Ecuador. So this is Eucerin, which will probably be more expensive, but you have different brands and they still are above $20. That may be something you want to consider to bring with you, or you can purchase it here. But I just want to give you an idea of what sunscreen costs here in Ecuador. For those of you who are interested in how much supplements cost here or vitamin costs here, here is an example of different items. Now, this is just Frequenta. You can go into a pharmacy or a different type of store, and the cost may vary. So if you're interested in D3, 60 capsules, $16.99. If you're interested in zinc, $7.95. If you're looking for omega-3 fish oil, 1,000 milligrams, 60 capsules will cost you $11.09. Bag of Vital is a probiotic. It costs $17.39. You get there are different types here you will be able to find. But if it's a specific brand that you like, you may not be able to find it here in Ecuador. Like I like Garden of Life. It is not sold here. So I made sure I had some when I came to Ecuador. So if you're interested in bringing furniture for your living room, furniture for your bedroom, that is an option if you want to have it shipped. But you also can purchase furniture for your living room. This is Colonial. They offer living room furniture, recliners, bedroom furniture. Now you do not have to buy your furniture from a big box store. You can also have furniture made, which will probably cost you 50% less than what you will pay in a big box store. So like we stated before, if you're looking at an unfurnished condo or a house, this may be what you may find. A space for a refrigerator, and you need to know what size refrigerator will fit in this space. You may also find a place that does not have a stove, oven, or just any appliances at all. Now, if you find a place, it may not have an oven, but a stove top. And as you can see, this place does not have double sinks, just one sink. Here is a small apartment. As you can see, the slim refrigerator in the back here, microwave, and just a stove top. Sometimes space is very limited here, so you have to think about if you're going to be shipping furniture, appliances, you want to make sure it fits in the space that you are renting or purchasing.
All right, so thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, share it, subscribe to the channel, become a member, and hopefully these tips helped you out a little bit. We know it can be a daunting task to figure out what you're going to bring to another country when you decide to move. So we're here to help, and if you have any questions, please leave us a comment, and we will be back very soon. Bye.
Only you and me, baby. Don't want nothing coming in between, baby. Everyone else can go.